Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. Hope everybody's had a good Sunday. It's been okay. No, I didn't do a video yesterday. I didn't feel good yesterday. It rained all day, and unfortunately, when you have as much arthritis as I do, and it rains and the weather's in flux like that, you hurt all day. And I'm not one to take a lot of pain medicine, except for like Tylenol or ibuprofen, and it doesn't always help. But so I kind of hurt a lot yesterday, which put me in a kind of a off mood. So I don't do videos when I don't feel in a good mood, because you know, with my channel I try to keep it positive, you know, zone. At least I try. I know I don't always succeed, but I do try to keep all my videos in a positive light, you know, and try to keep it bubbly and happy. And when you're in a bad, foul mood because you're in pain, you can't create giggly, happy, bubbly videos. I'm not about being fake, and I've never come on here and acted fake, and I'm not about to start now. So if you see a day where I skip a video, it's because I'm not feeling presentable. Mentally presentable, I'll put it that way. And so I do have those days. You know, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and so in that regard, I just I'll skip a day rather than put out a fake video, because I'm not going to get on here and put out any false errors or be anything that I'm not. So I appreciate y'all continuing to watch my videos, even when I don't do a daily video. I appreciate that very much. If you go back and watch previous days' videos, that helps out a lot. I have done a little bit on Will's blanket. It's right over here. Let me put my keys back in my little purse. Oh, for the love. Car keys. I was just trying to get it, and my wallet is stuck in the zipper. Ain't that fun? How did it do that? I think there's a paper receipt there. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. All right. Yeah, there was a paper receipt. I just like everything to be together and me not to have to hunt my keys next time I want to go. So there's that. But because I kept hurting yesterday, I haven't got done with these cream colored rows yet. So I'm still working on those, and then I could switch over and start doing the decreases with what did I do with it? Oh, it's under these shirts. But anyway, with this yarn. But I did go, being as it's the first day of the month, and it's the first day of Vlogtember, so I absolutely had to do a video today, even though I don't normally do videos on Sundays. I don't normally do vlog style videos on Sundays, but this starts Vlogtember, and of course for the past at least 2 or 3 years, I've done Vlogtember and Vlogtober, where I go at least do a daily video and tell you what I've been up to during the course of that day, be it yarn related or not. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you about my day, whether it's yarn related or not. So I did go to Walmart today. Johnny was a sleepyhead and didn't want to go. He wanted to sleep, and so I let him sleep, and I went off to Walmart to do our shopping. And if you've been around my channel long enough, you know I cannot pass a clearance sign. I always say clearance is my friend. So I shopped some clearance at Walmart today. Let me put this down here. And I bought 3 tops. And these colors might shock y'all a little bit. But one of them was $1, one of them was $3, and one of them was $6. Yeah. So this one, I think this was the $6 one. Can you believe this color? Yes, but I like this. I like this top. So yeah, it's sleeveless. because, well, that's how I roll these days. It's warmer here. Here in Louisiana, we stay warmer longer than we stay cold. So this will be fine. But this is the $6 one. I believe this is the $6 one. And I really like this. And this is a 2X. Yes, a size 22X. Yes. And this other color is probably going to shock y'all because it's really out of the ordinary. But this is a coral color. This was the $1 one. But isn't that pretty? Look at that little detail right there. Isn't that pretty? That looks like something I might have designed, huh? But yes, I thought that was very pretty. And so you'll see me wearing these in videos. But $1. I mean, come on, really? And then the last one, probably not such a big stretch because I have been seen in purple and pink. So, and this is the last one. And this was $3. At the good old Wally World. And of course, then I went and looked at yarn. Yeah. Well, they had the Kobu marked down to, what was it? $4.50 or no, maybe I'd have been, I can't remember. It was $4 something, I think. But then when I scanned it with the app, it wouldn't show up. So I didn't want to, I got a habit of scanning price barcodes and stuff at stores with my Walmart app so that I don't get surprised when I get up to the register, because you can't always trust what's on the the shelf, you know. So if I'm in doubt of how much that item is, I will scan it with the Walmart app, that little check a price thing, and use the camera to check the price. Or especially if it's clearance. Because sometimes it's on a rack that says $5 and it's $1. Because that's what happened with these items. They were marked. They were on a clearance rack that said much more than what they actually were. So like the $1 one was on a clearance rack that said $11, and the same as the other two were marked higher, way higher than they actually ended up being. So, you know, it pays to use that app and use that check price option. And but when I went to verify the price on the Kobu, it wouldn't even ring. It wouldn't even register. And I didn't want to go up to the register with that item and end up with a price check, and then I've held up the line, and you know, I don't like it to get behind those kind of people. I don't like to get behind a price check, and I don't want to be the price check. You know what I'm saying? And they had some clothing that I really liked on the clearance thing, but it didn't have tags. There was several things that didn't have tags, and I just like, I'm not going to be the price check. I'm not going to be the price check. So I just left those things that didn't have tags alone, because I'm not going to be the person that holds everybody up. So I just leave those things alone. Since I didn't need it at all, I just liked it, you know. But I did, since I recently, how many of these did I get? I got 3 of these. I thought I got 4 of these. One might be in the van. I could have swore I got 4 of these. Yeah, I think one is probably in the van, because I had to slam on the brakes and things went flying. I bet there's another one in the van somewhere. But I got these to go with that yarn I got in from Lion Brand a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago. The Woolies yarn that I got, the Fair Isle. I got some Woolies Fair Isle in the aqua turquoise. And even though this is not turquoise, but I believe it will probably go with it pretty well. It's called Royal Blue, and it's Woolies recycled. And so it's 80-20, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. But you really can't feel the wool in it at all. It's very, very soft. It is a 4-weight. Let's see, it's a thin 4-weight though. Now the Fair Isle is kind of a thick 4-weight, but this is on the thinner side. But I will make it work. But this, I just got this for the trim work. You know, when I make the sweater for the little, I don't know if I'm gonna do a pullover sweater or a cardigan type sweater. I don't know which one yet. I hadn't made my mind up yet. Because it is Fair Isle yarn, meaning it's self patterning yarn. So if I did do a pullover sweater, I would almost feel obligated to do it in single crochet to get that Fair Isle pattern. But it's really not, you know, I'm not breaking any rules by not doing it that way. It just won't look like the label shows it. It'll just have a different pattern, you know, but it's kind of like a variegated striped, you know, type yarn. But I felt like this would make a pretty trim for it. It's over there across the room somewhere. I don't want to get up and get it. But I know I got 4 of these at $3. And I know these were higher at Lion Brand. Lion Brand always has this yarn higher than Walmart does. But they had $1 marked off of these. And so I went on and got these. Because this is a real pretty blue. And even if I don't use this for the sweater, I could use it for a hat and scarf. Now this is, let me see how many yards. This is 3 ounces, 85 grams, 196 yards, 179 meters. They recommend, it looks like, a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I need more light. Let's see. And a 5 millimeter knitting needle. Yeah. Actually, it says a 6 millimeter crochet hook. So, that'd give you a bunch of drape because this is a very thin 4. That is a very thin 4. So, okay. But royal blue it is. It's definitely royal blue. It's beautiful, beautiful, deep blue. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. And most recycled yarn, let me move that light. Most recycled yarn is kind of on the rough side, but this is not. This is really nice. You could put it against your skin. It's really nice. So yeah, I have a feeling this is going to work up really nice, whether I use it as a trim on that sweater or just a hat and scarf situation. I think either one will be fine. I just got to find that 4th skein that I know I bought. It's around here somewhere. It might be in the van. It might be in the living room. But I know I bought 4. I don't usually buy odd numbers, and there's only 3 in this bag. Yeah, there's only 3 in this bag. It might be in that other bag of other things that I bought. But this is just gonna be a quick video here. I'm not gonna keep y'all too much longer. Look here, there's that yarn I was just looking for. It was under the shirts. But next video you'll see me in something bright and cheerful instead of this dark blue tank top. I wore a dark blue tank top and dark blue shorts today. I was at least matching with my white tennis shoes. I don't own anything but tennis shoes. I have these style tennis shoes, the little mule style tennis shoes where it's short and you just slip into it. These are Easy Spirit tennis shoes from Amazon. The most comfortable shoes I've ever found. Yeah, it says Easy Spirit right here. Yeah, but they're not the cheapest pair of tennis shoes. You can catch them on sale on Amazon. But I'm flat-footed, and I know lots of people are, but I have no arches in my feet. I'm just flat-footed. So, and I have large feet. I have size 10 extra wide feet. So I have a hard foot to get shoes for. So that's why I have 3 pair of the same style and the same brand shoe. Because once I find something that fits and fits well and doesn't require a whole lot of breaking in, I stick with it. That's why I have 3 pair of Easy Spirit Mules tennis shoes. I haven't bothered to look for anything else since losing weight because these still do me right. I don't feel like I'm going to slip and fall. I don't, they're very, very good on my feet. I mean, I have a really messed up left ankle that's been broke. And so I don't walk exactly, straight. So I have to wear what's comfortable. So, and I always walk with a bit of a limp because of that left ankle being broke when I was a kid. I broke it when I was about 13. And I was on a seesaw. I know I said I was going to let you go, but I'm going to tell you this one. But I was on a seesaw, you know, in a playground seesaw, and I was on with a classmate, and I had my ankles hooked under me, and I would just push up with my toes, and she had, I guess, got it in a conversation with someone else, and I didn't notice, and she jumped off the other end of the seesaw, and I didn't know. It happened so fast, and I came crashing down on that left ankle. And I weighed about 110 pounds at the time, and but I was solid. I've always been solidly built, but I came down on that ankle from way high to boom on that ankle, and I didn't know it at the time that I had fractured it. I didn't know till many, many years later, decades later, that I had actually fractured it that day. But I hobbled home, which was across the road from where I was, and it swelled up really bad, and it turned black and blue. And unfortunately, I didn't have the best parenting. My mother was still with my sister's dad at the time. I can't remember exactly how old I was. 12 maybe. I think I was 12. It was a lot of years ago, y'all. I'm 50 now, but I think I was 12. And so no one ever took me to the doctor for it. I was forced to continue to do my household chores on that foot, so I didn't even get a chance to really rest it. And of course, I was young enough that I could, you know, that I just went through what I just did what I had to do to keep from getting beat. Because my sister's dad, that was his answer to everything, was to beat on people, especially my mother. When he got drunk and she would say something he didn't like or not do something quick enough that he wanted done, then that's how he answered. He used his fist, and he wasn't shy about using them on me either. So if he said jump, I asked how high, and so that's why that ankle never got treated. And then years and years ago later, I was in my late 20s, and I was working. I was in West Memphis, Arkansas at the time, and I was working at FedEx, unloading airplanes. And I went to a doctor that actually X-rayed that ankle, and because I wanted to know if there would anything could be done for it, because I had been plagued by it all my life, you know. And he held up the X-ray, and he said, "You see all that?" And he said, "That is calcium deposits and bone chips." He said, "You broke this when you were a kid, didn't you?" And I said, "I think so, yeah." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "You never were treated, and because you weren't treated," he said, "there's nothing that can be done besides cutting on you and you know, taking out all them calcium deposits and bone chips and making it smooth again." He said it would cause more harm than good to do that. So that's how I found out that, and that I was just stuck with it, that there wasn't much to be done with my poor ankle now. And so of course, I was about 300 pounds then, and I was 26, 27, something like that. And of course, now I'm at 250 and 50 years old. But it still gives me fits, and when it gets cold, it gives me trouble. And of course, when I walk, it's still, I'm always a little tentative with my steps because of that ankle. But that's how my ankle got to be jacked up. On top of breaking it when I was a kid, a few years after I broke it the first time, I was at a skating rink. I think I was 16 at this point, and I was roller skating, and this little bitty boy, he couldn't have been more than about 5. He went underneath me, and I was worried I was going to fall on him because he was tiny, and I was not, and I was maybe about 150 at that point. And so I twisted my ankle and fell with it crumpled under me, and caused it to swell. But luckily I was living with other people at that time, and they allowed me to rest it and prop it up, and it eventually got better, and I was able to move on. And then in my early 20s, I twisted it again, and so I've twisted it many times since it's been broke. But not for quite a while have I twisted it, but it still is just one of those things. I think we all probably have something, some sort of when you get to this age, we all have probably something that some sort of injury that has that we're stuck with, that we're stuck with being a problem for us. I think we all have things like that. I don't think there's anything special about me that I have that. It's just an explanation more than anything of why I don't walk straight. I don't walk straight. I walk with a limp. I've walked with a limp for most of my life, and that's why. When I was younger, I had aspirations of becoming a policeman. And because I can't run straight, I can't walk straight. You can't become a policeman if you can't run. I can't run. So that crumbled to bits, when you can't, you can't, when you're crippled like that, you can't run. You can't be athletic because you're crippled. So that dream went down in flames. But I do watch a lot of police shows. I still have great admiration for law enforcement and, what they do and how they do what they do. So, but that was just a childhood dream, and, sometimes those just don't come true. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your night. I'll hopefully have a crochet with me video coming up. I'll try to pull this chair out and record some footage for y'all in the next few days. Hopefully the rain will let up long enough that my back will let me pull this chair out. It's not a heavy chair. It's just kind of awkward, to pull everything out and then get back there. So I meant to do it before now, but I've just kind of been down in my back. So anyway, y'all got a longer video than I planned. I almost ran on this tirade of talking about my foot. But I love y'all, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.